There was no hope for people with MS. You just knew you got it and it was going to get worse. There was nothing to give you hope, nothing to stop it. Research is the thing that's going to help us stop MS in its tracks.
There are many challenges treating people with multiple sclerosis. 20 years ago when we started this clinic, there were no treatments for MS. We now have 10 drugs, but we would like to develop new ways to improve their function or protect the nervous system from damage. One of the ways to do that is to understand better how the disease affects the brain, for example, as it carries out its functions. And so we use various tools like the MEG, which not only shows us where the brain is activated when it's doing something, but the timing. In other words, when did some part of the brain turn on? When did it communicate or send information to another part of the brain, and how long did that take? Is it slow? Is it abnormal? Or is it blocked completely? And that gives us a much better way of looking at how the brain is functioning.
It's kind of like a machine from outer space. They hook you up like you were going to have an EEG. So you have all the probes all over your head, and then they sit you down in the machine, and they have flashing lights, and you have looks like a mouse for a computer in your hand, and you press when you see the light, and then apparently it measures your nerve conduction from one side of the brain to the other.
The reason for wanting to do that is that maybe we can develop drugs that in some way protect those nerves or axons and keep them firing even when the MS is active. You know, it sounds odd, but if you have a patient who's getting better, is that because you turned off the disease? That's a good thing. But what if you could do something to protect the nerves even if you can't cure the disease? How would you know that you're protecting the nervous system? Or if you had a treatment that would improve or enhance repair, how would you know that those nerve fibers are actually getting better or doing their job better? Tools like the MEG, we hope, can help us unravel those questions.
MS is very unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen to you next. You can't plan on anything because you don't know if you're going to be able to do it. I chose to be involved in research because I wanted to be part of finding the cure and finding better ways to live with MS. It's very exciting for me because I always thought that it was just a straight downhill trajectory, and instead I'm improving.